little motor up, kick the flail in. So we'll go take a look. This thing's ready to go. She's all spit shine chained up. So we'll look at this chain in here real quick. I gotta push that back in. It's hitting that door. Hey, this is rubbing on the door too. So we're gonna have to shove that in. Push that over too.
Got it. I mean, we can take the bearing and pick it up and put a piece of something over that shaft and it'll keep it there forever.
Yeah. I just see when I put that pin in that door. Rubbing on that door.
Put some dirt in there and wear the
Grease.
plastic. Grease it. There you go.
Grease it. Need a greaser right here.
I like it. I'm all about it. You're a genius.
Hey Brian! We're back. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the plan. This thing's ready to go. We're just going to top it off with hydraulic fluid. It's full of fuel. Everything else is ready to go. Everything else is fixed. Plastic's in it to win it. So our problem is this, ever since I have dealt with this chipper for the last years and years and years and years and years, this drum always wants to slide this way and push this shaft out. That's why it's all beat up. The only way to get that thing over, you can beat on it with a sledgehammer and you can't get it to budge. You always push it over with a skidder blade. So as you can tell, we just had the loader, pushed it over. That looks about perfect where it's sitting right there. So what we're gonna do, we got some tubing here and we'll cut that and we will put a piece in here and a piece out here, and that'll keep that from sliding over. These little jam nuts on here, that in each bearing there, because there's a bearing on the other side of that wall, and it's the same exact thing. them little lock nuts can't stop this much weight from shifting right to left. It always wants to fall out this way. So we're going to weld it in there, and that'll hold that thing from sliding back and forth. Now, as you can tell, this gets all rubbed, and it'll actually start rubbing into this, and then it'll ruin them, and it'll get your steel flopped over, and then you can't get your stuff in there, and it's an absolute mess. So with fixing this, pushing this over, push that back, so that's actually pretty straight now. We'll get everything, that looks nice now, like it's supposed to look. So once we get this all lined up, but we'll have to pop the bearing off, pull the bearing out. You get the bearing loosened up, get you to come along, hook it this chain to that chain, hold this end up, and we'll come back and show you what's going on. The one thing we noticed when we kicked everything in was we got to take another row of these off, because it's real close up top, and we don't want her that close because these are going to stretch. These new 9s right here, once they start wearing, they stretch and then they break, but when they stretch, they'd be ticking this up here, and you don't want that. That's called curtain chain. That's called curtain chain. All the trees go through all that. This is all to stop chain going through your knives, also to stop any bark, anything getting up in there, and that chain rides the trees through and knocks off any bark that maybe is laying on the tree. That's a little bit how these flails work. Yeah, we redesigned all this whole thing here, and I think the gully's going to work good. But it is what it is. So everybody went to lunch. It's lunchtime, and I don't really feel like taking lunch. I'm not hungry right now. So we'll see what's going on. But that's what we're working on right now. And that should be the final step to getting that thing straightened out. I was glad when we fired it up and she wasn't ticking, because you can tell if that chain was hitting steel, you could hear it tick, and you weren't hearing any ticking. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this works. I want to see it chip bad. I want to see this thing working and putting out some timber. That's what I want to see, putting out some chips. That's my whole goal. But other than that, everything is ready to go. All the fixing's done on it. Yeah, it's getting to that point where we had to start numbering stuff. You know what I mean? Because you get so many stuff, and with the growth we've experienced over the last little bit, numbering was an issue of knowing what's what and where's where. Even on our skidders, those will all get decaled numbers inside and out, so that when the lowboy guy shows up, when you have 3 of the exact same skidder, he'll know which one he's supposed to go get and what numbers to get. And we used to just say old chipper, new chipper, but that's not going to work anymore. So therefore, we did throw numbers on them, and all the chippers will be numbered, all the skidders will be numbered, everything will be numbered, lettered up, so that everybody down here knows what's been serviced, when it's been serviced, and everybody out in the woods knows what's what and where's where, and lowboy operators know what to pick up, drivers, and yeah, fun. But this thing, it needs the other V12 on there. That's coming along, but that'll be after frost laws. So frost laws are coming on Monday. It's Friday. Things are looking on the uppity up. But she got a lot of work done to her. I mean, we did a lot of work to her. I didn't do a lot of work to her, because I've been busy working. But if you look down in there, look at them teeth. And that's your upper roller and your bottom rollers down there on the bottom. And gnarly, gnarly Charlie down there. she's got all new feed wheels on her in the back here, and it's gonna flat out eat wood. And then that piece of steel's new down there too. So that got all changed out. All new. We'll see how that works. That's what I'm dying to see this thing chip. I want to see it chip bad, just so I can double check everything, and watch it work, and make sure everything's working the way it should. Make sure the chips are good. Make sure the bark content's good. That's what I'm concerned about. So a lot going on, but we did a lot of fixing in here. And the next time it comes to shop, that'll get a lot of fixing up there. But it won't be till after frost laws. And by then, we'll have a lot going on. I'm not happy about this right there. You see that? That is, something's in there. And I got to get it out. There's a little piece of steel in there or something. I don't want it ruining that belt. They don't give away them belts. As you can tell, there's something in there. Enough to take your head off. But you can see all the new bolts from all the new plastics in there. But no, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'd only be happier if this thing was screaming and putting some wood out. I'd be a lot more happy. But she's ready to go. Trucker's hauling wood to the mill, and one trucker will be back. And that's what's nice is he can jump right in this triaxle and take off. We got it flagged up for him. One of our old school drivers that he's getting up there towards that retirement age. You know what I mean? And so, just a really good guy. Therefore, everybody does everything they can to accommodate him and keep him happy. Old Jimmy. So, that's what's going on. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. I just got to see this thing chip, and that's not going to be for a little while. But we'll come back. We'll come back and see what we got going on this afternoon and see what we got going on when she leaves. So